Good evening, guys. I thought I'd come back in this evening since I did my prediction, and I saw a cute tag, and I really wanted to do it. mm, Being a biracial person, I'm mixed, has had its challenges for me in terms of some identity crisis and the schoolyard teasing and things like that. So I wanted to come in and do a tag video, and it's called the mixed tag. So let's just start it off. What are you mixed with? I am black and white. My mom is black. Really, she's black and Native American, and my dad is white, English, German. I don't like to say just white. Um, what ethnicities have you been mistaken for? Latino, of course, Middle Eastern, Jewish, Italian. So pretty much that's the gamut. Is your hair straight or curly? It's wavy. It's wavy in between. And God forbid if I put a curling iron on it, it gets totally straight or smoothed out, and it doesn't hold the curls at all. But I don't have to put chemicals in other than my color here and there. Was coming from different backgrounds challenging? Um, Not in my household. We never talked color at all. Nobody was talking about white people. Nobody was talking about black people or Asian or Latinos or anything. So not in my house. And I've told this story before. I didn't even know I was mixed when I was younger. We lived in a predominantly black neighborhood, and no one made an issue of it. And with my dad being there and everything, and then we moved out. Did the whole Jefferson's moving on up thing, and then we went into a predominantly white neighborhood, a suburb, and that's when the kids in the neighborhood would call us niggers or zebras or mulattoes. I don't know, you name it, they called it to us. Um, which background do you embrace? When I was younger, I embraced the black background more so. And that is because once my parents got married, they both were from Mississippi. So they ran away to Milwaukee. They got married in Waukegan, Illinois, and stayed with some relatives, cousins, until they got a place of their own. So my dad's family did not deal with him anymore. Eventually they did, but somewhat. But my mother's family embraced us all, including my dad completely. My dad had better relationships with some of my mother's family's brothers and sisters. She had 7 or 8 brothers and sisters than she did. So we dealt with the black side, or my grandmother and grandfather were black. They would come up from down south Mississippi to stay with us in the summertime. When I was in middle school, when I was in elementary school, I dealt with whoever was there. There were a few blacks and mostly whites. And then middle school, they started busing, so we had a lot of blacks out there. And I found myself clinging more towards that in high school and beyond. I liked people that were nice to me, and I could be nice to them. Um, have you ever been teased for being different? Absolutely. Uh, I was always thought of by people as that lame girl, that a girl that couldn't dance or couldn't run fast and all that. But none of that was ever true. Um, Constantly badgered about what are you, what are you, what I still get that to this day. What are you, what are you? Now I see it differently. It wasn't that I was just biracial, but I was a cute girl, and that makes a real difference to females. Females can be very catty and downright hateful. I know every female's had that experience, especially in middle school. It's the time when all your dreams and fantasies and love of school and everything is kind of ripped away from you, and you have to regain that during high school and so on. So yeah, I definitely got teased for it, or people trying to mess my hair, or people trying to fight me, and all of that, which gave me this kind of hard outer self that I decided I wanted to let that go and change it. I didn't have to defend myself from the world once I moved out west, because it was a different world out there. Have you ever been ashamed of being biracial? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest and say at a point I was, and that was in middle school, like seventh and eighth grade. My dad was white, so I definitely didn't want him coming up to the school, to visit or conference or what have you. He happened to He used to work third shift for Briggs and Stratton to make small batteries, and he also owned his own cab, so he drove cabs. So he was gone a lot working, and that was great. But I didn't like the kids in the neighborhood. They knew, and I played with them. But I didn't try to invite any of the black girls over to my house and things like that, because I just didn't want them to know that I was mixed or I was ashamed of it or what have you. And you know what? I was young and I can't redo that. I do regret that because my dad has passed. He's been passed now for about 14 years. But he loved us unconditionally. I can honestly say that. Um, does being mixed have its advantages? I don't really think so. I think for me personally, it's about what you bring to the table. Obviously, we are visual. Everyone is. So if you are looking attractive or carrying yourself attractive, or you got a beauty on the inside, that's going to show on the outside, and people are going to be interested in who you are and what you have to say, or giving you opportunities, at least interview for the job. But I didn't find that being mixed helped me during those types of things that were worthwhile, or achieving things that were worthwhile, because no one was asking me about my racial mixture. They were more about my character or what I thought. What makes being mixed a beautiful thing? Well, I used to could say back in the 60s, because it was rare. And what makes it beautiful is that you are a product of the choice of your parents to overcome obstacles of discrimination and hatred and racism, prejudice and bigotry, to be together. And out of that profound love they had, I don't care if that love was for a minute or a lifetime, you were the miracle that made it, the egg that got fertilized, and you are equal parts of both of them. Not just your color of your skin or the texture of your hair or what have you, but also the beautifulness of the people, the love of these people who wanted you, whether they wanted you and planned, or there you were, but you still made it through. And so that's a miracle in and of itself. The beautiful part for me is the love that my parents had that formed me and that emanates and comes out of me. Any advice for anyone that's mixed? Keep your head up. I can't say this enough. Love yourself. And a lot of people say that, well, I do love myself, but that doesn't help, because maybe you don't understand what that is. And that is trusting yourself and taking care of yourself, whether it be bubble baths and lotion and perfume, or making sure your hair is nice, or eating the things that you enjoy. I think spending time alone. And then because you were created in such a way that is outside the box, stay outside the box. Have a variety of people and friendships in your life that like you for you. If that person is constantly on what are you, or any type of tough subject like that, then they're not for you. They're more concerned about this. And you're not concerned about what they look like on the outside, and they shouldn't make that an issue for you. But love people that love you. No matter how your parents were or what's going on, love them, because they created the unique you, and you know that you are unique and there's only one of you, and nobody can take that away from you. Nobody has the right to try to tease you or shame you or make you feel like a fool. And there will be people along the way, I don't care how old you get, that will attempt to do that. And you don't have to always feed everybody's curiosity of what you are. A lot of times when people ask me that, I say I'm human. And I just look at them like, and? Because it's a ridiculous question. You're too mature to ask me something like that. Children is different because I work in schools and they want to know, that's fine. But adults, not unless I feel like I want to confide in you or tell you what I am. But I'm proud, stay proud of who you are, and know that you are unique and important and you're special just the way you are. If you like that tag video, thumbs me up, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. Bye.